so it doesn't make any difference. So, you don't need
We both have our businesses. Eve is an author. She has her own organization and academy. I have my own business as a coach.
First, I'd like to ask you, what are your own experiences with mentoring and coaching?
I have a lot of experience in setting up businesses and failing in that, which is very helpful because in the end I thought, well, why is it not going the way I want to? That was my quest, and I took a coach. I went to a coach, and all he did is ask me questions, and which made me think about myself and what I was doing. And I realized that when I was setting up these businesses and it was not going the way I wanted to, I realized that I had started for the wrong reasons. And the main reason being I want to make money. So a good coach and a good mentor will help you facilitate to find out what is here. And then, and I can tell you, I have been to the banks many times before with big, beautiful business plans according to the book and everything, and it was wonderful. And I thought, well, you know, I've done everything and I still did not get a loan to get started. So, and this happened more than once. And then in the end I started my own, I did my coaching, and that was a one-to-one coaching, you know. I thought, well, I'm a little bit impatient also, because if I coach one person, I'm only meaningful to one person. But I thought, if I start a school where I teach people to really do a good job in coaching and mentoring and counseling and help and facilitate people discovering themselves, then I can mean much more to the world. So this is where it came from here when I started my academy, just with my laptop and my ideas, and that was all. And it went all by itself because it was here all the time. I only had to do it. That is how it felt. So I was very grateful to my coach asking me all these questions. So, and then when I had the feeling it all went by itself, only then I was successful. And lo and behold, the money came in, and I wasn't even doing it for the money because I was doing it for, this is what I really want to mean to the world, you know. So after a while, after 1 year, there was a knock on the door, and 3 bankmen in the striped suits came to my office and said, well, we can see your turnover is getting faster and faster, and is there anything we can do for you? No, thank you, not now. Have a cup of coffee, and that was it. So this was my coaching experience, which really started me off from here.
That's a good story. And we could actually feel it coming from here when you were telling it to us. So thank you for sharing. I don't have such a story. I haven't had a specific mentor when I started my own company. Actually, I got advices that were just dead against me starting up a company. And I said, what the heck? I'm the only one who, what you showed us in the little movie, I am the only one who's responsible for my own life. So I had a very clear definition of of the value that I was going to bring to the world. It's very big words, but that's really what made me do what I did. And I had good years, I had bad years, and I'm still here. And I'm here because I actually believe in what I do, and that I can see the difference in the people that I actually coach or guide or mentor. And that's in the end what really is paying for me. And when we're talking to mentoring, I think the difference is that you really connect and that you learn from each other.
I find it very difficult to know the difference between mentoring and coaching. Coaching for me is facilitating, helping somebody to discover what is keeping them from having the success that they want. But it's almost always personal, whereas I see mentoring more like an on-the-job thing, more a professional guidance and professional help for people to get further in their jobs. So that's my view anyway.
I recognize this, of course.
I think mentoring is to develop the talents from other people. The relationships is very, very important.
We got a little bit of it in the discussion about, is mentoring also about success or not? I think it's only about personal success and not about a success in business or success in whatever you do. It's more maybe that you do what you like and what your talent is and what your purpose is in life maybe. So the difference between coaching and mentoring, well, I don't know.
I have one question. What would you advise a young woman who is just thinking about starting her own business? Is it better to invest in herself and take a good coach, or to find a mentor on the same field or in a different field, which will help her with her or his connections, knowledge, experience, and so on, to empower her to take up the business she wants?
But your question says exactly why you need both. You need a mentor who knows how the things work and who's able to teach you those skills, or who will lend you or give you or let him use your network, who will learn from your culture as you will learn from his, and where there will be a dialogue and exchanging in in exchanging knowledge. But you also need a coach, exactly why Ien says, to make sure that you're not your own obstacle, or who can help you be the better part of yourself, or who can do some personal development. And that's the reason why I think they're both different, and that it should be, and it's all right if they're one person, but for me, there should be two.
My goal is to tell you something about how we organized microfinance, giving people access to finance and giving people access to mentoring or coaching. It's always a discussion. What is coaching? What is mentoring? But I want to tell you something about how we got it sustainable. We are a foundation, a private foundation, and our main goal was 8 years ago to give people access to mentoring and coaching, all on a voluntary basis, and to make it sustainable. And why did we start? We started because there was people had problems to get finance, and I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the Netherlands it got more and more difficult to get access to finance. McKinsey did a research about it, and they discovered that up to 250,000 euros it is very difficult to get access to finance. So what is Qredits doing? We give people access to finance, and we give them up to 250,000 euros. But where do we get our money from? We have a sort of pact with all the banks in the Netherlands. I pounded on the left. It's all the insurance companies in the Netherlands, the big banks and the European Investment Bank. They give us the funding. And that's how we got sustainable, because we get a market rate. We ask a market rate. We ask about 9% for a loan. We pay about 2% to these companies to get the funding. So we have about 7% to cover our own cost. But the mentoring part, we have about, what I said, 650 mentors, is also sustainable. When we started, we gave every entrepreneur a mentor. But we discovered that not everyone wants a mentor, because we discovered that you really have to get commitment of the entrepreneur to make mentoring work. I don't know what your experience is, but when an entrepreneur, maybe he really needs one, but when he doesn't really want one, it's not getting to work. In the beginning, we also gave mentoring for free. So we didn't ask money, but at this stage, we ask about 200 euros for one project.